I'm Tristen, and this is Becky, and together we have collaborated on a couple of songs for tonight, written and her lyrics and music by Becky, and I'm just singing. All right.
Oh, feedback.
It should be good. Just keep the mic.
It should be good? Oh, a little further. Okay. Isn't it always awkward when you meet a guy for the first time? I mean, you go through the same old script over and over again. Where are you from? What do you do? How many cats do you have? And those awkward pauses. So, do you start or do I start? I don't really know what to say. No, nothing really out of the ordinary. There's nothing wrong with a little quirk. That doesn't mean that you've gone berserk. In a peculiar way, everyone is a real piece of work. There's nothing wrong with a little frown. That doesn't mean that you're breaking down. Getting the blues is outdated news when you're stuck in this town. Crazy people can't handle feelings of ennui. Crazy's not my scandal, no, as for me, there's nothing wrong with my DNA. I only cry once or twice a day. There's nothing wrong, no, nothing is wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with my self-esteem. I am more confident than I seem. And if I binge every Friday night on chubby hubby ice cream, so what? There's nothing wrong with my childhood. There is no trauma that I withstood. If at age 10, my dear Uncle Ben just one time showed me his no biggie. I think these people hear voices in one's head, make one make crazy choices, but me instead. I am in no schizophrenic way. I only cry 7 times a day. There's nothing wrong, no, nothing is wrong with, so tell my boss that I'm just fine, as you can see, Doc Silverstein. There's nothing wrong with a little fit. That doesn't mean that I'm losing it. Next time I'll save my psychotic rage for the day that I quit. Give me a break and I'll be okay. I've only cried 17 times a day. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. Nothing is wrong. No, something is wrong. Oh my God. You thought I was serious. I was joking. What, did you think this was like a Freudian slip or something? Nothing is wrong with me. Apparently he thought otherwise. And I like the guy, but he can be a little, I don't know, needy, you know? I mean, just question after question. All right. I'm interesting. I'm fucking interesting, okay? Jeez. But no. Continue. Tell me about your cat. Tell me about your roommate. Tell me about your mother. Tell me about your brother. Well, my brother. My brother can be kind of testy and curt. He's sensitive more than he's wise. He misunderstands and is easily People would say we were so much alike, exactly like two peas in a pod. I used to take pride in the things that they'd say. Now I'm ashamed when he's here. Now being like him in any way is everything I fear. His troublesome tendencies seem to apply. They're more than your regular flaws. And doesn't a mental disease have a biological cause? If we share 50% of the same DNA, 50%, I'm not like him. I don't mean to be insecure. No, I know I'm not like him. Well, 50% sure. A therapist on a regular basis. And so I think, yeah, maybe I am crazy, whatever that means. But you know what? So are you. Yeah, and so are you. And you, sir, you are. But you know what? That's what's so great about it. We all might be crazy, but we're still fine. We're only fine if we don't cram ourselves up in our little room and read all of our Facebook posts with our conservative relatives, really. I have this idea that if we all walk down the street and just kiss the crazy person next to us, I mean, we'll all be okay. I know, sorry. It sounds idealistic, but I really think it could work. I mean, that's how I met the crazy I'm crazy about. I must be out of my head, far from refined, he watches Baywatch. I must be out of my mind, in public I dread, he'll scratch round his crotch. Striding like he's thrashing about, beer belly out, he never goes to the gym. So why am I out of my mind in love with him? I must be out of a clue, his laundry's accrued, the smell of dead krill. I must be out of control, he models his goals after Johnny Knoxville. I could have a sharp millionaire, dressing with flair. Instead I've got Jackass Jim. Why am I out of my mind in love with him? Versace, Prada, Gucci, I bought him fancier attire, but he burned the pants I earned him when he set his farts on fire. Still, I know I'm out of my mind, but lucky to find a man who's so sweet. I know he's not such a beast. I convinced him, at least, not to pee on the street when he's sober.